All right, welcome to the second part of this week's videos. Now, this one's going to be a little bit longer than typical, but typically expect these videos to be about 5 minutes long. I'm actually going to try to make most videos around 5 minutes long with some voiceover in between them. But overall, the second video of each single week will be a critique of the week's drawing. So every single week I'm going to upload a drawing, and then right afterwards, the next video of that week is going to be me going back and then kind of pinpointing things I want to fix, things I want to make better, things I want to improve on in the future, and pretty much look at things and try to find mistakes or maybe chokeholds that might be holding my drawings back. Now, this might be similar to a video that you guys have seen if you guys like to draw anime art. You guys might have seen a channel called Ori Days. He's a fantastic art YouTuber, and I'll leave his links in the description below. And he is just phenomenal. I love his videos. I love how he breaks down stuff, but there's a specific video called how I improve. I think it's like the fastest way to improve anime art. Let me pull it up actually. Yeah, the fastest ways to learn anime style art. And regardless if you draw anime style, regardless of anything like that, if you just like doing art, I really strongly recommend watching a video because it's a very nice explanation on how to progress in typically anything you do, really. It's something where you do the activity, you draw, you do anything, and then you look over what you've done and then find mistakes, find things that you don't enjoy, find things that could have done better, and then improve on them slowly, typically one at a time. And he calls the specific thing that you find called a bottleneck, which is one thing that holds your entire art piece back. It's kind of similar to a saying where it's like your piece is only as good enough as the weakest part, because whenever you draw something, a lot of people tend to focus on mistakes rather than things you do very good. Take this drawing for example, which is the drawing I showed in the first video I've ever uploaded. You can see the speed art in the background, the speed drawing in the background, but for all I want people to focus specifically on the face. I think the face looks fantastic. I think it's one of the best faces I've ever done, and I like how I render the hair, but there's a higher likely chance that people will focus on the hand, which is one of the things I want to talk about today, because the hand just looks really off. And once you notice it's off, everyone's going to focus on it. A good example is like when your teacher in school is trying to erase the whiteboard and he misses one tiny spot, but he doesn't seem to notice he missed it. So you're focused on that entire spot the entire time, and you're kind of pissed off by the fact that he won't erase it. And then eventually, I would do this. I would raise my hand and be like, can you erase that tiny spot? It's a little distracting, and he would erase it. It's kind of like that. So my goal in these videos is not to just trash talk myself, because that doesn't help anyone. If you constantly keep finding problems and mistakes within your art pieces and not telling yourself you've done good, you're going to wear yourself down. You're going to give yourself burnout. You're going to hate everything you draw. What I want to do is find one point that I hate, maybe one or two points that I want to fix, and then make note of them. It's literally just make note of it. It's literally me just going down the line and pinpointing things that I dislike. So the reason why this video is going to be a little bit longer is that I'm just explaining how these videos work, and in the future, whenever I start right away, you guys got it. You'll pick it up and you're good to go. So for this piece, I primarily want to talk about 2 points, right? Which is, one is the hands. Two is this specific waistband right here. Now, I'm gonna talk about the waistband first because I think it's an easier problem to fix, and it's easier to fix in the future. If you look right here, you can see that her legs are relatively long. Her legs are extremely long, and if you see right here, her legs are actually cut off, meaning the viewer looking at my art piece can understand that the legs probably go past the picture. So, assuming that her thighs are 1-to-1 with anything below the knees, she would actually be relatively tall. And if I were to draw the whole thing, or if the viewer were to assume that I drew the whole thing, her entire body would make up 1/3 her torso and 2/3 her leg. Her leg would be huge, absolutely massive. Her legs would be really tall. So in light of that, I don't want it to be like that. So what I would do is I would like to actually move this waistband a little down and then try to readjust the proportions right here, so I don't have to redraw the whole thing. And the reason I want to do that is because it gives off the illusion that her torso is bigger than I drew the framework for. It's like when you're dressing up and you're trying to make yourself look taller, you typically adjust the waist of your shorts and pants, because again, when you tuck in your shirt, because that gives the illusion that you're taller or shorter, or at least a segment of your body is taller or bigger than you would like it to be, or you can change it. It's an illusion. So what I would do is I would simply take this waistband, move it maybe a little notches down, maybe like right here, maybe right here, in order to give her torso a little bit more size. I might even just lasso the whole thing, extend it, and then maybe add a little bit more to the shirt. In doing so, it would make it where her torso seems just as large as her legs, or at least just a smidget smaller, instead of this gigantic proportion that I have her as right now. Now, it's pretty simple. Secondly, I want to fix her hand. Now, I think everyone can agree that hands are one of the more typical hard things to do. A lot of artists are challenged by doing the art, by doing her hands. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. By doing people's hands, regardless of whatever you're doing, regardless of the pose of the hand, regardless if it's just a simple hand, it's very annoying. They're very hard. They're very difficult to do. And I've been practicing them slowly, even with some friends, some artist friends that like to sit down with me and kind of critique a lot of my hands. So it's been very great. I've been improving relatively quickly. But specifically, I hate how this section seems to be really flat while grabbing this shirt. To me, hands typically are more like an arch, where the middle fingers in the middle are showing the highest point, and then they kind of like delegate like this, kind of like stairs. So I don't like how this is so flat, but also when you're gripping your hand like that, you kind of curl your hand inward. So I don't see the reason why this plane right here is being shown, at least to the extent as it is. Lastly, this portion of the hand seems a little long. I might want to shrink it down a little bit, just a smidget. And then the thumb right here seems tiny because it seems to tuck into the palm way too soon. I would probably, like, if I were to redraw this, I would probably extend the thumb right here, where the thumb would kind of go in at this point, so it makes like the thumb is more proportionate to the rest of the hand rather than teeny tiny. It seems like the proportion from the thumb to the knuckles of the hand, there's like a wide gap. There's like a big palm right there. It seems like her hand's 90% palm and like 10% fingers and thumb. So those are the changes that I would make. If I were to think of any other changes, maybe some more detail on the lower legs, like maybe something to cover up all this negative space right here, because you have a shirt, you kind of got like a shirt here, you kind of got this strand, this underwear here, and then you got underwear, even like these small little bra that she's kind of wearing. When you have all of this detail on the top, including her hair and face, it makes the legs seem very empty. Maybe like some leggings, maybe even next time I draw her with shorts instead of just underwear, something like that could fill in more of the space. And that's it, really. We're 7 minutes in. Typically, I would want these videos to be about 5 minutes long, but that's kind of what it's supposed to be about. It's simply going in, finding mistakes, and finding things you want to fix. They don't even have to be mistakes, preferences you would like to have them, looking hindsight, things that you would like to do now that you've noticed them. So overall, those are the changes I want to make. Those are the changes I'm slowly going to fix over time, hopefully. And hopefully through week after week, as I upload more videos of my progression, you guys can all collectively see that I'm improving and practicing. And that's the whole point of this channel, really. So that's what it's going to be about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys stuck around this long, at least. And if you guys enjoy, I would like a sub. You guys don't have to. Again, this is just for me. If you guys have any critiques yourself, I forgot. If you guys have any critiques yourself, like, there's plenty of artists out there that are better than I am and have much longer practice than I have, and we're just more experienced in certain parts. Like, maybe some people are better at drawing shirts than I am. Maybe some people are better at anatomy than drawing shirts. Give me critiques on that. Give me any advice on that. I would accept any of them as long as they're constructive criticism and you're not just calling me, complete garbage, which I already tell that to myself anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I get that I'm talking a little quick, talking a little much, but overall, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you guys take care. I hope you have a good one. Have a good one. Take good care. I just said that a bunch of times. Have a good day. Bye-bye.